We've all heard of it. Whether you're going to buy a house, buy a car, apply for a loan at your local bank, the term that always comes up is, what is your credit score? Hey, this is Jeff Rose, GoodFinancialSense.com. Today I want to talk a little bit about finding your credit score and knowing if you have a good credit score scale. Several years ago when I was doing research for my book, Soldier of Finance, I wanted to find out more about credit scores. I knew some of the basics, but I wanted to be able to become a subject matter expert in that particular space. Well, I'm still not a subject matter expert, but I have learned a lot regarding credit scores and what a good credit score scale is. But the first thing I realized is, why are credit scores so confusing? And the reason is because there's more than one. Yes, there's more than one. You see a lot of these free services offering your free credit score, how to find out if you have a good credit score scale, and you have to realize that sometimes that's not the true credit score, otherwise known as your Fico score, that most lenders will use. And I'm like, say what? What do you mean it's not the same score? That's right. A lot of these are called consumer education scores that are just to give you a general guideline to give you some idea how your real credit score might be. How does that make you feel? Now with me, my consumer education score was pretty close to my real Fico score, and I knew this because I requested my consumer education score right around we were building our new home, so I saw my real Fico score and it was really close. But I've talked to a lot of other people that their consumer education score shows it being really good, but then when they actually went to apply for a loan, their Fico score was like a 100-point difference. Yikes. So as you can see, a lot of these consumer education scores don't give you a good gauge whether you have a good credit score scale or not. So if you're trying to determine if you have a good credit score scale, before, if you had anything above a 680, and typically the Fico score on the high side is 850. So if you're in that 680 to 850 range, it was considered to have a good credit score scale. But after the 2008-2009 financial crisis, a lot of lenders have been a lot more picky regarding your credit history. So now 720 is generally considered to be good credit score scale, or on the high side. And I'll even make the argument that you want to be closer in that 740 range. Am I being a bit obsessive with that? Possibly, but here's the thing. If you're a 720 today, all it takes is one missed payment, one late payment, one stupid thing with your credit history where your beloved 720 now becomes a 650, and now when you go to apply for a loan, you're probably still going to get approved, but you're not going to get the better rate that you would had you had that 720 credit score. So if you're on the web and you go to one of these sites that are offering you a free credit score because you're trying to figure out what your credit score scale is, be very careful. Just because you're getting a free score does not mean it's your free Fico score. So your credit score scale will not be what you really think it is. But the other thing you have to remember about your credit score, that it changes daily, just like the stock market changes daily. So if you get a score today, a week from now it could be different, especially if something happened with your credit history that you're not aware of. But that's why you want to make sure you check your credit report on a frequent basis to make sure that nothing's happening. If you want more information regarding your credit score or how to determine your credit score scale, be sure to hit me on the blog at GoodFinancialSense.com. I'll be glad to help you out. And if you're on Facebook, be sure to give us the big thumb and join us on the Good Financial Sense fan page. This is Jeff Rose. Take care.